We're rolling.
All right. Amazing. Look, another background sync point. It's because they know you're here, Maggie.
My gosh, I was like, did you coordinate that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hats off, Maggie. So, everybody, we want to welcome y'all back to this amazing episode, season,
Welcome
podcast, Off the Beaten Path. Shout out to Otis for opening up their booth to us. Otis. Booth 11464. And we have an amazing, man, I don't know how the heck to introduce her.
There's so many.
Everybody's been introducing themselves because, well, Maggie, introduce yourself for people who may not know you. I know a lot of people in the space know you, but introduce yourself.
Well, first of all, I just wanted to say thank you because you guys are like the best hype men ever. Like the energy is so good around you two. So
because we're authentic.
I love it. I just love it. As soon as I
Thank you.
see you guys, it just puts me in a good mood and puts a smile on my face. So
That's
I'm super
awesome.
happy
Likewise.
to be here. Oh,
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's our
It is.
personalities.
So my history is I come from a competition background, so that's primarily how people would know me. So I shoot a lot of three-gun, USPSA. Back in the day, it was Steel Challenge, Bianchi Cup, anything with a pistol, anything with a rifle, anything with a shotgun. Like I just always wanted to put myself out there in kind of every different environment. A lot of competition shooters, they'll specialize in something, but I was like, you know what? I want to do it all. I might not be the best at it, but I'm going to do it all.
But you were damn good at it too, right? You got damn good at it.
You know what? I've had my moments, so I'm pretty proud of those, and I've had my own success, and won some championships along the way. But like the most important part to me is just being a part of the industry and meeting people like you and getting out there and seeing the people and the products and the brands and the life that we're living and being a part of it. So
and what's really cool is go ahead.
No. Well, I was gonna say, did you like envision that from the beginning, or is it like kind of
Hell
doors?
no.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not a normal career path.
I was gonna say like you're just like I'm gonna kind of like see how this goes, and then oh crap, like this door open and this door open, and here I am.
It was. So I started shooting when I was 18 years old. My dad took me out to the range, and it was just purely for safety.
Yeah.
And he was like, you should know how a firearm works.
Sure.
You should understand the mechanics of it. He's like, I want you to shoot and understand what it is you're doing. But if you don't like it, it's not something that you have to develop, a skill set you have to develop.
But at least you know what it is.
But you know the safety aspect of it.
That's cool.
And so he took me out to the range. I ended up loving it. And we started shooting just like local competition together.
How old were you?
I started when I was 18.
Wow.
So I wasn't like a kid that was raised with guns. It was just something where he was like, you know what, you're an adult.
It's time.
Like let's figure out,
That's cool.
So we started shooting like bowling pin matches and like falling plate matches and stuff like that.
That's dope.
And I did that for years. It was just a hobby. It was just something that was in the background. And then when I was about 26, 27, I was like, you know what? I need a life change.
Yeah.
I need to do something different. Like I didn't like where things were headed at that point for me.
Yep.
And so I thought, I really love guns. I really love shooting. I really love traveling. I'm going to take a year off and just travel and shoot matches.
Yeah.
I just thought I was going to do it for fun.
So that's, oh, really? I was going to say, is that when it became like intentional?
No.
Okay.
It was intentional
More
for
intentional.
me
For you,
on a
yeah.
personal level.
Yeah.
But I didn't at that point think that there was a professional path. Like I didn't know you could make money or have a career.
Right.
You know.
Crazy, right?
I had absolutely no idea. I was like, I'm just going to be a homeless person. You know?
Oh my God.
I'll be a good shooter, run up on me, find out.
But I didn't know that you could make money. But I gotta say I'm a little bit proud of myself, like looking back on it, because
You should be,
I'm an introvert. I'm shy. Like I'm not really used to going and putting myself out there.
Yeah.
But I took a time in my life to do something for myself that I thought was just going to be like a hobby.
And absolutely flourished.
And it opened doors for me
That's
in like
awesome.
a way that I didn't know was even possible, because I took that moment to say I'm going to invest in myself. So
Come on
That's
now, we need
awesome.
some-
We need
some
DJ horns.
Shout out to investing in yourself. You know?
Yeah, we can't hear it because we don't have headphones on,
It's
but
there.
it's
I
happening
trust
in the
you.
background.
I
Yeah. Wait, there it goes right
There
there.
it
Yeah. So that's dope. So are you still a competitive shooter? Because I know you were on Ruger's professional team, right?
Yeah, so I've had a really amazing opportunities along the way to represent some incredible brands. So I've represented Colt and Ruger and Safariland and Bushnell and Surefire and all these incredible brands along the way. And you take different risks and different challenges. And so sometimes you got to switch it up and you got to find where your passion competition is all over again. But I've been pretty blessed to work with some great, companies in the industry. And now we're sitting here and you guys are podcasting in the afternoon in the Otis booth. I was podcasting earlier. So it's like, there's always new things to challenge yourself with in the industry.
Yeah, shout out to WOMA. I love what WOMA does. We actually met you last year at the WOMA event. Maybe a little bit before.
No. Yeah, before that.
Yeah, it was before that, right?
We met. Didn't we randomly meet? I was with y'all when in the media room.
Yes,
and we were just like sharing a table.
Yes.
And it's so wild how that happens. And sometimes you're just like, hey, what do you do?
Oh, we all hit it off.
I was telling Rob, I've said this to Erica. Me and Erica text like high school girls. It feels like we've been friends for decades, and that's like really cool. You don't really find that anymore. And I know you're part of the WOMA board now, right?
Yeah.
And
so I'm secretary on the board.
Fire. Okay. That's cool.
And that's the cool thing about this industry is that it seems really big, but it's actually really small. And there is kind of like a family vibe, and just people are really invested and passionate about what they do, and so then you get to connect with other people.
That's awesome.
It's just wild.
So when's the last time you've been in an actual competition?
Last weekend.
No way, really? Where were you shooting at?
I'll back up for a little bit. The last major match that I did was a regional match for USPSA. It was their Area 2 championship, and that was outside of Phoenix. It was in Mesa, Arizona.
That's cool.
So that was my last big match. And then here in Nevada, I shot last weekend.
Yeah.
So how do you schedule that out as far as do you already know going in, all right, I'm going to do these? Or is it like one leads to the next? Do you have to do one match to... does that? Am I asking that right?
Yeah, you are. So I kind of have like an agenda for the year because, like I said, I like to do everything. So sometimes, I have to set a goal and say, okay, there's a world championship coming up in pistol, so I'm going to hardcore focus on pistol.
Right.
I'm going to do some other fun stuff, just to keep my feelers out there and make sure that it's still fun for me.
Sure.
But my primary focus is going to be pistol right now.
That's cool.
And then something else happens, and then there's a rifle championship coming up, and it's like, okay, that's where my focus is going to be. So I'm going to schedule out the year focused on rifle matches so that I can constantly be reinforcing that skill set because of what my goal is for that year.
That's cool how shooting disciplines work, huh? It's not like, yo, I'm a good shooter and that's it. It's like, no, I'm a good shooter, but if this year I'm focusing on pistols, I need to make sure that that's my intention.
And it really is, because even within pistol, I will shoot all different divisions. So I might shoot a super high end open gun that's all tricked out.
I was gonna ask, are you shooting the same firearm or no?
No. Like I said, I just want to do everything. I enjoy being out there and being in the field and meeting people and meeting them where they're at, especially if I'm representing a brand. Is you want to see how people react to it, And so you can't get locked in. I don't feel like I've never wanted to lock myself into one platform. I've just wanted to go and see people and say, okay,
that's dope.
I'm going to shoot a production gun with you. I'm going to shoot a single stack gun with you. It's going to be 1911 this week, and it's going to be striker fire next week. And they're all a little bit different. So, you got to challenge yourself and be ready to have that kind of diversity, But I've enjoyed it.
Maggie dropping, she's just dropping bars.
Hold on. I'm going to keep smashing it. Hold on.
There it is. Oh,
man.
Hey, Chris, I can see you like the DJ air horn was.
So, man, there's so many questions I want to ask you. You're this onion of shooting and experience.
Is he calling me smelly? What
No.
just happened?
No, I love onions. I love onions. Grilled onions.
I'll eat an onion like an apple. He's like,
oh yeah, that's a very country thing to do. My son eats onions like an apple, like his granddad on his mother's side. It's just amazing how.
So good.
Yeah, that's. Y'all are crazy.
You are seriously like a real life unicorn. We always find something new out every time we speak to you, and it's amazing.
But it's been a pretty cool process, and the fact that I've gotten to travel all over the world, and I've gotten to go places that you would never go on vacation. You just wouldn't identify that place and say that's a vacation spot. But it's given me so much more appreciation for just the world in which we live in and the blessings that we have here in the U.S. And then realizing that when you travel across the world, like, it is not about your government or your politics. It's just about the people.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so I've had some really cool experiences.
Yeah,
I competed in Russia. I competed in Indonesia. I competed in Thailand.
Wow.
I've traveled through Africa.
Just to see that there's firearm culture around the world is amazing.
Yeah. And
what's the coolest place? Like, I'm just curious, like, is there some place you got to and you're like,
I love it. Like your favorite place.
Yeah.
It's so hard to pick because each one you just realize, like, I mean, people don't go on vacation in Russia. You know, this was, you know, like, let's get serious here.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say, taking the fam to Russia next
This one's
week.
for Mother Russia. Yeah.
But that was back in, gosh, you know, I have to think back. That was 2017. So it was a little bit different time, a little bit different era. There wasn't the things going on that there are now. But it was still a pretty intense travel process, even back then, to get to a country like that. But the people on the ground were amazing. You know what? And then you realize that, you know, there are bigger forces that are fighting, but we're all just people. You know?
Isn't that strange? Because you could feel that, I bet.
Yeah, you really can.
Wow.
You really can.
So what are some tips for young ladies who want to get into the shooting sports? What would you say to them?
That's a good one, yeah.
You know what? You just have to believe in yourself. You don't have to know everything day one. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to know what you're doing. You don't have to have the gear.
Don't put all that pressure on yourself.
You don't have to invest a lot of money. You just have to have confidence in yourself. And sometimes if you don't have confidence in yourself, you can fake it until you make it. Like, you can just show up and just put yourself out there. And it, like, we all were beginners at some point in our life. And everything that we do and everything that we excel at in life, we were all beginners at some point, and it is okay to put yourself out there and be a beginner and just take it all in and learn and get what you can from the experience, however you want to use it for yourself. But just, you got to take that first step. I always say, I was like, there's...
That's it. And that could be a scary first step.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. And I probably go to the well with this one maybe too many times, but
we've said it a billion times.
One of the amazing things about this industry is, if you're a beginner, it's almost like people are, their radars go up if you say, I don't know. I just don't know. This is my first time
So many people want to,
people are gonna pour into you. Like, it's I don't think I've ever seen that in any other space I've been in. The way people pour into
facts.
you. We had a guy, shout out to Andres. So we come from the we're audio guys, producers, engineers, and we had one of our engineers, because he's nice with the camera, come to one of our firearm influencer events. He had never even really been around a firearm like that. Never touched a gun in his life. He's probably 30 at the time, 30 years old.
Colombian.
And we're like, yo, bro, because we could see him like looking,
excited.
And
he's like, will you guys hold my camera? We're like,
bro. We're like, go. Like,
tell them I don't know what I'm doing.
Go up to the booth, bro. Tell them.
Fine.
I promise you, we saw, like, he walked up like this, and and when he turned around after 10 minutes of shooting and them guys, I gotta get guns. This is amazing.
On the way home, he was like,
that's all he talked about.
I gotta be John Wick. I gotta be John Wick. I gotta train like John Wick, because he's one of those individuals who's like, really, once he finds something new, he wants to dive head
first.
But
I say that to say he took the first step. He needed a little encouragement, but he did it, and it just opened his eyes, and he saw that people are there to help.
All right, so I'm going to give you a wild full circle moment right now.
All right, let's do it. Let's see.
So,
is this an exclusive?
Yes,
all right.
just for you.
Off the beaten path exclusive. Oh, wait, hold on, crowd. All right.
So you made a John Wick reference.
Yep.
Okay, back when I said I am just going to put myself out there and I'm going to travel for a year, the very first competition that I ever went to, the very first national world, like, huge event that I ever went to was called the Steel Challenge World Championships. And it was in Pyro, California. This is 2007. I show up by myself. I don't have the right gun. I don't have the right ammo. I don't have the right holster. I have nothing going for me. I don't know the rules there. I'm just like, you know what? It's a world championship. I can do it. So I put myself out there, and I meet this man who says, what the hell are you doing out here? You look a little bit lost. I'm going to help you. Like, you don't have the right gun. You don't have the right ammo. You don't have the right holster. You're a little bit confused. But he just had this heart for wanting to help people.
Keanu Reeves.
Very close. Taran Butler.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So he ended up loaning me. Very close. He ended up loaning me a gun and a gear and all this stuff. And then after that, he ended up taking me to my first USPSA match. He took me to
way.
He took me to my first 3-gun match.
Wow.
He introduces me to my husband, the man who would become my future husband.
Wow.
And then 20 years later, or gosh, maybe 15 years later, he's now teaching, Keanu Reeves how to shoot guns.
There's a lot of
it's wild.
That is an amazing story.
there's a lot to
But for a
unpack
lot of people we get a lot of new listeners to our
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
That's the goal of our podcast. Tell people about Taran Butler.
So Taran, like he's just like I said, he's got this really great heart for helping people. And
World champion.
Absolutely,
Yep.
like phenom behind the gun, like amazing shooter.
Yep.
Absolutely. I think his claim to fame was like he got his Grandmaster, his GM card, which is the highest level of accomplishment that you can get in USPSA, and he did that. He was the first person to do it with a Glock in under a year. Like his skill set was just phenomenal. Like the second he started shooting competition, like he was just rocking and rolling. He started winning all these national and world titles and everything, and so he was just this incredible like competition shooter, and that's kind of like how all of us came to know and love him. And then over the years, he started his own company and he developed his own product line, and he started teaching and he started training, and he was out in California, and he always kind of had this affiliation with movies and Hollywood and stuff like that.
That's cool.
And then he was just able to take his knowledge and then just
apply it,
launch it next level, absolutely next level.
Wow.
And you know what, like it's just been amazing to see other people and their journey and their growth as well, and see their success, because it's so inspiring. But he, going back to Taran, he has never changed. He is absolutely that person that will just give you the shirt off of his back and help you in every single way. So, you meet incredible people along the way.
Amen.
And they help you. And it's going back to what you're saying. Like, that's something very unique about this industry, 100%. Is that people will help you. You just have to take that first step and put yourself out there.
And he does make some like really high-end firearms. They run.
I think, at least the majority of people we speak with, they see the importance of that.
Yeah.
Because we have to keep this industry going and growing.
So
we have to pass on that information. We can't gatekeep it all.
Yeah.
And I think it's amazing to hear stories like that, because when you're, the way he made it translate, right, into everything.
Yeah.
And now, for people that are outside of the space, like you say, Taran Tactical, and it's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And it's wild. It's wild. It was just his birthday last night, so we went out for his birthday.
I guess we didn't
I guess not.
Next year. Next year. But it's cool.
So that is, you said he'll give you the shirt off his back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
How about a couple pistols? My bad.
Hey, Taran.
If you're listening, Taran.
Shameless ass.
This is us 22 hours a day.
Yeah.
I love it.
And you know it because you know us.
Yes.
Man, that is really amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome story.
So have you ever gone shooting with him, like still like actively? Like do you go out to his range and still shoot?
Yeah.
His course is cool, right? Cali, right?
Yeah, he's down in Southern California.
Yeah,
and when
right.
I told you that I was shooting a match, USPSA's Area 2 Championship, I shot a TTI gun.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like...
Is it like a really flat response of a shot?
It is, and I don't give compliments very easy to, custom guns. I just don't. I'm a little bit of a snob at this point. I don't give out
just a smidge, just a smidge.
I appreciate all the, where everybody's at and their price point and things like that, and everything serves a need.
You understand.
Yes.
What you want.
Yes. But I'm at the point where I understand what I want and what I need and how I want a firearm to operate.
Sure.
And his gun is top notch.
No particular order. Mm-hmm. And can pick anything. You have access to everything. 5 favorite guns to shoot. So you don't have 5.
Well, first, maybe a better question is, what's your everyday carry?
That's a good question.
Well,
Can we guess? Can we guess?
You can try.
I'll probably say
a SIG P 365.
I was gonna go Glock.
See, both of y'all are wrong here. There is no everyday carry for a woman. It is like shoes.
Here we go.
You're 100% right.
Did I get any day of the week?
No, it's got to match my outfit. It's got to go with my purse.
Glock is definitely a Friday gun.
Rolling into the weekend.
Yeah. SIG is definitely like a Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, that's fair. What's the hump day gun?
Hump day gun is gonna be a high point.
Hey.
We got to know what kind of trouble you're about to get into.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No.
Maybe that's not a good question for Maggie because we don't want her co-signing anything.
Yeah, well, that's why I said it doesn't have to be like number one.
Yeah.
Like, some of your favorite guns.
Yeah,
But that's fine.
To go back, to be honest though, like I'm like a tried and true, like 1911. I want external safeties.
Let's go.
I want like
that.
a crisp trigger. Like that's me. Like everybody's all about striker fire guns and everything, but I'm like the 1911, 2011 platform. Like I am such a trigger snob.
Yeah.
Like I care more about that and having a mag well and really being able to have the tactile feel of like it's on safe and it's off safe.
Yeah.
Like that's I guess because I learned.
So trigger's the deal breaker. If you don't,
It is.
And it should be.
Yeah, no doubt.
It'd be
no
cool.
doubt.
That's why custom guns are expensive because they get all the upgrades on them, and then it's like by the time you're done, you've taken the Buick and turned it into a Cadillac.
Yeah.
So.
But I don't know. But then I just, you know what? Like I was like, okay, I need something fun in my life, and I want to go shoot sporting clays, and I want to go shoot trap and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not good at shotgun. Shotgun is my least favorite, platform for a firearm. Like I'm just not good at it. I will always, in a 3-gun situation, like dump the shotgun and then pick up a pistol or PCC, pistol caliber carbine, or anything to get rid of the shotgun. But sometimes you got to push yourself in areas. So this is a little bougie, but I have a very nice creek off. So, and it's a little.
Hold on. I gotta hit the horn.
She said this is a little
bougie. Yeah.
I told you I'm hitting my error.
Yeah.
I know what I want in life.
I want the finer things. I'm a damsel, but I'm not in distress.
I've acquired a taste.
Yes. Yeah.
For excellence.
I got steak taste buds and steak money. Wagyu A5. That's it.
Hey.
So Maggie,
I ate all the cheeseburgers I needed to in my life.
let's go. Come on, what's wrong with a good cheeseburger?
Absolutely nothing.
As long as it's not like a Wendy's cheeseburger. Oh man. Yeah.
I
What do
mean,
you
listen.
all right, hold on. We gotta wrap this thing up, bro.
Oh, we do. Wow.
Maggie.
We can talk to Maggie forever.
Yeah. So really quick, what's in store for 2026 for you?
Ooh, so I'm really excited about it because I'm at a place in my life where I said, like, I've figured out what I want to do and I've figured out where I want to go, and I'm shooting the matches that I want to shoot, and I'm repping the brands that I want to represent, and so I'm really excited for everything. I feel like I'm at a great time in my career where the passion is really energizing me to keep on going forward and say, this is what I've accomplished so far, and this is what I'm going to keep on doing. So, but you got to follow along. You got to follow along on Maggie Reese Shooting for Instagram and Facebook, and there's some announcements coming up. So I can't quite say it until the end of the show. But
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we want to say thank you for listening to our podcast. Maggie Reese, thank you.
This is the real Maggie
You're
Reese.
amazing. Yeah.
This is her in real life. This is dope.
And shout out,
like 5 nicknames for her. Magalicious.
Magazine.
Magazine.
Now I got a new one because she said it. Magwell.
Ooh.
Imagine her face printed on the Magwell.
there you go.
Capital M.
Capital A. Magwell. And special shout out to Otis, right?
Otis.
They opened up their booth to us. So
I know.
yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, do all the good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all the digital
Roast us, whatever.
reactions.
Just, listen, you don't
we're
have
having
to love
fun.
us. Yeah, we're having fun. Stop by.
Life is
you
too
like
short
it,
to be
that's
too
it.
serious. So
That's it.
get outside and go do something. Go shoot something.
There you
Let's
go.
go.